Welcome. My name is Charlene and I'm a registered yoga teacher. This practice is part of my Bloomosity Yoga Chakra series, where each class gently supports balance in a different energy center in the body. This is offered as a mindful invitation, not a requirement. Move slowly, modify as needed, using bolsters, blankets, blocks, or straps. Honor your body's wisdom. If you have any health concerns, please consult a medical practitioner before practicing. And now let's begin in easy pose. Cross-legged. Welcome. My name is Charlene and I'm a registered yoga teacher. Eyes closed. This practice is part of my Bloomosity Yoga Chakra series. Spot in front of you. Each class gently supports balance in a different energy center in the pelvis settle. This is offered as a mindful invitation, not a requirement. The shoulders, move slowly, and eyes, modify as needed, and just begin to notice your breath, blankets, blocks, or straps. In and out through the nose. Honor your body's wisdom. Notice if that you have on any health inhale, concerns, please there's consult some length a medical and practitioner before practicing. And on the exhale, and now let's begin in easy pose. And as you focus on the inhales and exhales of your breath, eyes closed, silently gazing repeat, softly, I allow spaciousness. Beginning to turn inward and focus on the breath, breathing in and out through the nose. The Crown Chakra, Sahasrara, is associated with clarity, awareness, and connection to something greater. Continuing to notice the breath, consciousness. The Crown Chakra is violet is associated with perspective, its quality trust, is and connection beyond stillness. Effort. This practice is designed to support a sense color of is violet peace or white, and quiet and clarity. Its quality is spacious There's awareness. No need to push. Unlike clarity practices focused on insight or control, Crown Chakra work invites release, allowing awareness to widen naturally. To clarity and peace. Silently repeat, I trust the unfolding of life. And now bring awareness to the top of your head. Imagine open space above you, like a vast, clear sky. As you inhale, feel that subtle lift through the spine, and as you exhale, feel the weight settle downward into the body. Openness above, grounding below. And if you wish, I invite you to silently sense the sound Om, spacious and subtle. And now opening the eyes, we're going to reach the arms out to the side of the body, sweep them up so hands touch at the top over the head, and then bring the hands into heart center. into prayer position, pressing the palms of the hands together. Pressing the palms and then allowing that to release. And lowering the arms back down. And let's do that again. So we're going to inhale, sweep the arms up, hands touch at the top. Bring the hands into prayer and then into heart center. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, sweeping the arms up. Exhale, bringing hands into prayer, into heart center. And then gently transitioning into a tabletop position on hands and knees. Knees are hip-width distance apart, shoulders stacked over wrists, hips stacked over knees. And we're going to come into balancing table. So extending the right leg out behind and then lifting it up, maybe to hip height, maybe not. And then extending the left arm out, keeping the gaze towards the mat. Left arm beside the ear, reaching towards the space in front of you with the left hand. Holding it here, continuing with the breath in and out through the nose. And then releasing, coming back into tabletop position. And we're going to repeat that on the other side. So left leg comes out behind the body. And then raising the left leg up and gazing towards the mat, extending the right arm out beside the right ear. Your body is one straight line parallel with the mat or with the floor or whatever surface you're on. Breathing in and out through the nose. And then release that back into tabletop, and we're going to come into a cat-cow. So we're going to inhale, broaden the chest, lift the crown and the buttocks up, and then exhale, round the spine, crown of the head towards the floor. And then inhale, broaden the chest, lift the sit bones up. Exhale, round through the spine. And continue with 3 more rounds of this cat-cow flow. Keeping the neck and jaw relaxed, moving without striving. And settling back to tabletop position, bring the toes together and spread the knees wide. Sink the belly in between the legs. Extend the arms and bring the head down towards the mat. You can have a pillow in between your legs or a block underneath the head, whatever you need to support yourself in this pose. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and feeling the back expand a little bit, and then breathing out and just feeling the softness. So noticing on the inhale the ribs expanding, and noticing the difference as you exhale. And let's bring the body back into tabletop position. And move the hands forward a few inches so the arms are shoulder width distance apart. Spread the fingers wide. Middle finger is pointing forward. And then we're going to curl the toes under into the mat, bending through the knees or lifting the buttocks up and lengthening through the spine, allowing the head to hang, the neck hangs freely, releasing effort, maybe pedaling one heel down to the mat and then the other, downward facing dog. Breathing in, feeling expansion in the back, and breathing out, feeling the lower ribs knitting together. So imagine that you're pressing the floor away with the palms of the hands, and the hands are distributed, the weight in the hands is distributed evenly. Breathing in and out, releasing effort, and knowing at any point you can come back into child's pose. And if you wish, perhaps coming up onto the balls of the feet, up onto tippy toes, reaching the legs up, and then allowing the heels perhaps to sink a little bit towards the floor. Not striving here. And we're going to come into a low lunge, so bringing the right foot in between the hands, coming onto the back knee, so the back knee is down on the mat. The knee is stacked over the ankle. Coming deeper into the lunge, only if you wish. And keeping the hands outside of the right foot, or if it feels okay, bringing the hands up to the thigh and lifting through the chest without arching the back. So we're lengthening through the spine and the breath stays smooth. Stability allows openness. Breathing in and out through the nose. And now we're going to bring that right foot to step back to come into downward dog once more. So that inverted V shape, you can have the knees bent deeply on the toes if you wish. Again, listening to what your body needs. We're releasing effort here, allowing the neck to hang freely and lengthening through the spine. Spreading the fingers wide and breathing in and out through the nose. And we'll come into low lunge on the left side now. So stepping the left foot through the hands, coming onto the right knee. The right knee is on the mat. Staying here with the knee stacked over the ankle. If you wish, having 2 blocks, 1 block on each side of the right foot, if you wish, doing whatever your body needs to feel comfort, to feel ease. And if it feels okay, bringing the hands up to the left thigh, lifting the chest, lengthening the spine. Breath stays smooth. Creating stability here. Stability allows openness. Breathing in and out through the nose. And then bring the hands to each side of the left foot. We're going to curl the right toes under and step up towards the front of the mat, fold it over. So we're just allowing the spine to hang, the neck to release, bending through the knees as much as we need to. And then slowly, 1 vertebrae at a time, coming up to a standing position. So coming into Tadasana. So the feet can be hip-width distance apart. Arms down beside the legs. Spreading the fingers wide. Perhaps bringing the palms to face forward. Tucking the chin in slightly to really feel the length in the spine as we breathe in and lengthen, and then breathe out. Breathing in and out through the nose. And we're going to come into some half sun salutations. We like to keep the gaze soft, keep the feet firmly planted into the ground. And you're going to inhale, rise the arms up, and then exhale, fold all the way down. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Hands come up to the shins or thighs. Exhale, fold once more. And then inhale, rise the arms all the way up. Hands touch. Exhale, bringing the hands into heart center. Staying here for a few breaths. Gaze soft and unfixed. Imagining space above the crown throughout these half sun salutations. So let's do one more, or we're doing 2 more. Second sun salutation. Inhale, sweep the arms up to rise, hands touch at the top, and then exhale, fold all the way down. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Hands touch the shins or thighs, and then exhale back to fold. Inhale, rise all the way up to stand. Hands touch above the head, bringing the hands on the exhale into heart center. Breathing in and out. And we have one more of these half-sun salutations. So inhale, arms rise up, hands touch the top. With exhale, fold and hinging at the hips, bending through the knees as much as you need to. Inhale, lengthening through the spine. Exhale, fold once more. And then inhale, rising all the way up. Hands touch at the top. Exhale, hands in prayer, heart center. And we're going to come into a balancing pose, tree pose. So there's a couple of options. We can bring the heel of the right foot to the ankle, or we can bring it to the calf muscle, or if it feels okay and you want to do that, bringing it all the way up into the inner thigh. And find a spot that you can fix your gaze on, keeping the hands on hips if you wish, or bringing the hands into heart center. We're balancing through presence, not control. Inhale and exhale. And if the hands are in prayer, bring them back down to the hips and bring the right foot down to the mat, coming on to the other side. So bringing the heel of the left foot to right ankle, right calf, or up into the inner right thigh. Bringing hands into prayer at heart center, only if you wish. Fixing the gaze. It's okay if we lose our balance. We are practicing being present with whatever unfolds. Holding yourself in this awareness. Bringing the foot back down to the mat. And we're going to inhale, reach the arms all the way up. And we're going to fold, hinge through the hips, coming all the way down into a forward fold. And then coming on to our bottoms, allowing the legs to come long down the mat, coming into Dandasana. So extending the legs out in front if it feels okay. You can always bend the legs or have a bolster or pillow under the knees. Hands are beside the hips. If it feels okay, flexing the feet, so pointing the toes up towards the sky. Slight tuck in the chin. Inhaling through the nose and feeling the length in the spine. And exhaling through the nose, feeling the softening. So inhaling, feeling length and spaciousness, exhaling and softening, holding yourself here in awareness. And now we're going to just drape the spine forwards. We're not stretching here, bending through the knees as much as you need to and allowing the head to be heavy. Allowing the feet to come into whatever position is comfortable. And we're surrendering mental effort here. Breathing in and out through the nose. And then lifting the chest up, bending the knees a little bit more and holding on to the back of the thighs as you round through the back and gently, gently, gently lower yourself down to the mat, all the way down. And then bringing the knees up towards the chest, holding on to the shins, tucking the chin slightly, and breathing here, in and out. And perhaps just gently rocking from side to side, massaging the lower back. And we're going to come into Savasana for a Crown Chakra meditation. So lie down comfortably. Allow the feet to open up to the corners of the mat, extending the arms down the body, perhaps about a foot away from the body, and allowing the palms to open up to the sky. And just let the back body rest fully, sinking into the mat, sinking into the floor, sinking into the earth. Soften the throat and tongue. And just feel your breath move. Just noticing it. Eyes are closed, softening, resting fully. And I'd invite you to bring awareness to the crown of the head and imagine a soft violet or white light above the crown of the head. This light isn't shining, it just simply exists. And with each breath, allow it to gently widen your awareness. So perhaps just noticing expanding with each breath. If it feels natural, sense the sound Om, subtle and spacious, vibrating beyond the body, reaching out across space. And some affirmations. I trust the unfolding. I rest in awareness. I am connected without effort. And now bringing sensation back into the body by wiggling fingers, wiggling toes, and stretching the arms up overhead, reaching long with the legs, keeping the eyes closed, and then gently rolling over to your right side, bending the legs and allowing your head to rest on your right arm, coming into a fetal position. And releasing any effort. Resting and also aware. Allowing the present moment to unfold. And with eyes closed, gently pressing yourself up into a comfortable seated position, perhaps an easy pose. Eyes are still closed. And bringing hands into prayer, into heart center. And silently repeat these closing affirmations. I allow life to move through me. I rest in presence. I am part of something larger. And I'd invite you to bow your head to close out this practice. And until next time, I wish you well. Namaste.